So you brush your teeth twice a day. You floss. Okay, sometimes you floss. But you've been to the dentist. So why do your teeth keep giving you problems? What if the answer isn't your mouth at all? What if it's in your gut? Here's something wild. Your mouth is home to over 770 species of bacteria. They live on your teeth, your tongue, your palate, everywhere. And every single day, you swallow those bacteria. They travel down into your digestive tract and interact with your gut microbiome. Both your mouth and your gut host massive complex communities of bacteria, fungi, and viruses. And these two communities actually communicate through metabolites and immune signals. So if your oral microbiome is out of balance, say because of gum disease or too much harmful bacteria, you're essentially sending a stream of problematic microbes into your gut every day. And the reverse is also true. A disrupted gut can change the bacteria that end up colonizing your mouth. So this is connection number one. There is not one cause for gut bacteria being out of balance, but it could be related to food or medications like PPIs, proton pump inhibitors, or antibiotics, or chronic stress, infections, and more. And always remember that your body has an amazing ability to heal when given the right tools and support. And the tools that can help with this vary based upon the root issues. Okay, so moving on to the other 5 dental gut connections. And these are even more eye-opening. By the way, I'm Ashley Oswald, a Harvard Teaching Hospital trained gut health dietitian, and I founded Oswald Digestive Clinic over 10 years ago. We're a holistic and functional medicine clinic helping clients to improve and eliminate gut issues, and 70% of our clients get insurance coverage. So scan the QR code to get your free guide, 5 ways to improve gut health. So on to the second gut dental connection. This one hits different when you understand it, because most people think their teeth just need calcium. And it's so much more nuanced than that. So let me walk you through what poor gut absorption can actually do. If you're low in vitamin C due to malabsorption in the gut, you may notice that your gums bleed, and your body also makes less saliva due to vitamin C deficiency, which is huge for protecting your teeth. More saliva means more teeth protection. And then B vitamin deficiencies can also contribute. They can show up as painful mouth sores, and they can be really uncomfortable, and a lot of people never connect that this can be related to their gut, either B vitamin deficiencies or something else, such as food sensitivities. Low calcium and vitamin D, of course, means weaker teeth, and again, this can reduce saliva as well. Saliva is your mouth's natural defense system, so when it drops, everything suffers. Also, iron deficiency weakens your immune function and drives up inflammation, which is basically fuel for gum disease and oral infections. Now finally, if you're low in zinc or magnesium, your inflammation risk goes up and your chances of developing periodontal disease go with it. So it's not just about eating calcium for strong teeth, it's about whether your gut can actually absorb and use what you're putting into your body, and making sure that you're putting in enough of these micronutrients into your body so that your teeth has the building blocks and your mouth and gums have the building blocks they need to stay healthy and to heal. So if you're curious to know if you have nutrient deficiencies, then you can schedule with our clinic and we can help you order a comprehensive vitamin and mineral lab panel to check. This is really the best way. Or we can look at symptoms and make some educated guesses in trial depending upon what's going on with you. So now number 3, diet. High sugar, high refined carbohydrate diets feed both harmful bacteria in your mouth and in your gut. So these pro-inflammatory diets, if you think processed foods, high trans fats, excess omega-6 fats, they really wreck both systems. And then on the flip side, anti-inflammatory diets like the Mediterranean diet actively support both. So key nutrients to focus on would be omega-3s, vitamin C, vitamin D, fiber, fermented foods, and at the end of the day, Just eating a variety of real whole and colorful foods can support all systems of the body, but especially this connection between the mouth and the gut. Also, there are some pretty amazing natural compounds that can support dental health, such as polyphenols found in green tea, turmeric, extra virgin olive oil, cranberry, and spices like cinnamon and cloves that have been shown to support both oral and gut microbiomes. So next, let's talk about inflammation for number 4. This is a connection that I think is the most underappreciated and frankly a little alarming. When you have gum inflammation, it doesn't just stay in your mouth. Inflammatory molecules get released into your bloodstream, and then from there, they can disrupt your gut microbiome and contribute to low-grade systemic inflammation all throughout your body. And oral microbes have actually been linked to some serious systemic conditions like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, inflammatory bowel disease, and even rheumatoid arthritis. But it works the other way too. Gut inflammation can increase your risk for gum disease and oral problems. If you have GERD, for example, acid reflux, that acid can erode your tooth enamel and alter the bacteria in your mouth. It's a two-way inflammatory loop. The mouth affects the gut and the gut affects the mouth. Did you know that roughly 80% of your immune system lives in your gut? So your immune system is constantly interacting with microorganisms in your gut, and that interaction is essential for developing and maintaining your immune responses, including the ones that protect your mouth. When gut health is poor, those immune defenses weaken, and that leaves you more vulnerable to oral infections and makes it harder to fight off the bacteria that can cause cavities and gum disease. There's a specific pathogen called P. gingivalis, a bacteria associated with gum disease that can actually disrupt immune balance and promote disease far beyond just your mouth. So now, on to the 5th connection. You may have heard of leaky gut, but have you heard of leaky gums? Now, if you plan to mention this to your doctor, I suggest you use the medical term intestinal permeability. So both your mouth and your gut rely on protective barriers to keep harmful things out of your bloodstream. In a healthy system, your gum tissue forms a tight seal. Your gut lining does the same. So when gum disease develops, it can break down that gum barrier and bacteria can slip directly into your bloodstream. And when the gut lining becomes too permeable, it's the classic leaky gut or intestinal permeability scenario. It allows compounds into circulation into your body that shouldn't be there and can be contributing to autoimmune issues and more chronic systemic inflammation. So here's where it gets really interconnected. Harmful oral bacteria from cavities or gum disease can travel to the gut and disrupt the gut microbiome, contributing to dysbiosis, which simply means an imbalance in the microbial community. We have trillions of microbes in our gut and in our mouth and all over our body, but we need to have a good balance and they need to be in the correct places in the body for us to have overall quality health. And if we start to get this dysbiosis, too many of the harmful bacteria, too little of the beneficial, that's when we start to see symptoms. But again, symptoms are great to notice because it's information to tell us something's out of balance, that we just need to get back into balance through different root cause approaches. And then the body wants to heal, it just needs the right support and tools to do so. So these two processes can absolutely reinforce each other and contribute to wider systemic disease. And the way to heal this really varies person to person, which is why our clinic creates personalized nutrition plans for our clients to get real results, since medicine really is not black and white. So for one person, maybe they had their gallbladder taken out and this was the trigger that started all these issues for them. And maybe for another person, it was an international trip and they got food poisoning and their gut just hasn't been the same after that. And for a third person, it could be something like they were put on a proton pump inhibitor that started to cause slowly but surely different symptoms like gas and bloating at the end of the day and maybe diarrhea or constipation. And so for these 3 people, our approach is going to be slightly different. And this is what I mean by it's really not black and white. So the last connection is one a lot of people don't think about. The things from your environment and lifestyle that hit both systems at once. Antibiotics and certain medications can disrupt both your oral and gut microbiome simultaneously, as mentioned. This is one reason why gut health support during or after antibiotic use is so important, and to be very judicious in the use of different medications with your doctor. Smoking worsens gum disease and drives gut inflammation, so that's a double hit. And then stress, of course, chronic stress specifically, alters your gut bacteria and increases oral health problems. So the gut-brain-mouth axis is real, and stress is one of the fastest ways to throw it all off balance. So there you have it. If you want to improve your gut health, we cannot ignore your dental health. And if you want to improve your dental health, you should not ignore your gut. And if you'd like 3 practical gut healing breakfast ideas, you can check out this recent video that I made. Each meal includes the most important nutrient for gut healing. It feeds a good bacteria and produces butyrate, and butyrate is basically your gut lining's best friend. So click to check it out. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, and I will see you on the next video.